Imagine his name is Kwame. Kwame is an African entrepreneur, or more accurately, he's trying to be one, across borders that still behave like walls. One morning in Central Africa, Kwame sets out for Southern Africa to close a deal. Not in Europe, not in Asia, in Africa. Yet his route makes no sense. From Central Africa, he must fly east to Addis Ababa, wait for hours, then join another flight heading south. Because planes cannot move freely, cannot land freely, cannot connect freely across African states. He laughs at the absurdity until he checks the cost. Time lost, money lost, momentum lost. And as he waits, a European tourist moves effortlessly across the continent, traveling visa-less within Africa more easily than an African moving within Africa. By the time Kwame arrives, the meeting has shifted. The buyer has cooled. The opportunity has slipped. This is how deals die in Africa, not from lack of ambition, but from friction. Now meet Amina. She is skilled, qualified, ready. A company in another African region needs exactly what she has to offer. The job exists. The demand is real. And yet her certificate is questioned, her competence delayed, her education treated like a foreign language. We call this unemployment. It is really misalignment. Look at the Congo Basin. Enough water to power more than 10 African countries. Look at the Sahara. Enough sun to power the world. Yet factories shut down because of doomsday. This is not a resource problem, this is a coordination problem. Now just for a moment, imagine a railway linking north to south, east to west. The numbers work. The railway pays for itself. We can fund it the way Ethiopia built the Grand Renaissance Dam. Africa's 400 million middle class, each contributing at least $1 a day. You do the math. It's enough to connect Africa. In Lagos, mobile money moves instantly. In Nairobi, Accra, Dakar, Kigali. But when Africans try to pay Africans across borders, currencies detour through distant capitals, fees multiply, value leaks out of Africa before it reaches another African. And yet the truth is simple. The moment Africans can pay Africans seamlessly, trade will surge. Supply will respond. Logistics will follow money. A manufacturer stands beside his machines. He could scale. He could hire. He could export. But one product faces 50 approvals, 50 rules, 50 interpretations. He's not running one business. He is navigating 50 small markets. One custom space could change everything. A true home market of 1.5 billion people. This is how global brands are built. India understands this. China understands this. Europe understands this. Similar populations, one internal market. Africa still negotiates the world in fragments, and the terms are never kind. But now, imagine the shift. Kwame travels across Africa directly. Flights connect African cities. Borders welcome enterprise, not suspicion. Amina takes her job. Her skills are finally recognized. Her worth is unquestioned. Money moves across phones as easily as conversation. Goods are approved once and moved everywhere. Power is on and it is cheap. Manufacturers scale. Women traders move safely. The youth build businesses instead of exit plans. The rules are enforced fairly, uniformly, consistently. Investors trust the system because certainty has arrived. And when Africa speaks to the world on trade, on digital rules, on climate, it speaks as one. This is not a fantasy. It is deferred reality. Africa's future will not be written only in summit halls or signed treaties or protocols. It will be written in markets, in factories, on farms, on digital platforms, by SMEs, by women, by youth, by you. The borders that divide Africa were imposed without Africans. But the unity that will transform Africa must be owned and moved by Africans. It must be demanded. It must be owned. It must be driven by us, the people. And when Africa finally chooses to implement what it has already agreed, history will not say Africa lacked ideas or resources or ambition. History will say the moment Africa chose to act as one, nothing could stop the United States of Africa. Thank you. And now, without further ado, Your Excellencies, distinguished leaders, esteemed guests, fellow Africans, and agents of change, all protocols observed. What you are about to witness is not a performance, but a return to a voice that has continued to shape Africa's destiny. The voice you will hear is real. It is unedited. It is undoctored and taken directly from the original speeches of my grandfather, Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. At the inaugural ceremony of the Organization of African Unity in 1953, as well as the All-African People's Conference of 1958. The image you will see has been carefully extracted from archival footage and photos and has been enhanced and rendered using modern technology and artificial intelligence. This is not to reinterpret his words, but rather to give it new life. His message here speaks directly to this moment. The Africa Prosperity Dialogues, the Make Africa Borderless Now campaign, they all reflect the unity, cooperation, and shared purpose that he believed were essential for Africa's progress. It has been my profound honor to lead this hologram project, and I am forever grateful to the Africa Prosperity Network for aligning with this vision and helping to keep his legacy alive through action. Indeed, Nkrumah never dies. Ladies and gentlemen, let us take a moment to receive the eternal words of Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, and may his vision guide us as we pursue prosperity through unity.
What are we waiting for? What are we looking for? Are we looking for mere charters conceived in the light of the United Nations example, a type of United Nations organization whose decisions are framed on the basis of resolutions that in our experience have sometimes been ignored by member states, where groupings are formed and pressures developed in accordance with the interests of the groups concerned? Or is it intended that Africa should be turned into a loose organization of states on the model of the organization of the American states, in which the weaker states within it can be at the mercy of the stronger or more powerful ones, politically and economically, and all at the mercy of some powerful outside nation or group of nations? Your Excellencies, is this the kind of association we want for ourselves in the United Africa we all speak of with such feeling and emotion? Your Excellencies, permit me to ask, is this the kind of framework we desire for a united Africa? An arrangement which in future would permit Ghana or Nigeria or the Sudan or Liberia or Egypt or Ethiopia, for example, to use pressure with either superior economic or political influence gives to decide the flow and direction of trade, say from Burundi or Togo or Nyasaland to Mozambique and Madagascar. We all want a united Africa. United not only in our concept of what unity connotes, but united in our common desire to move forward together in dealing with all the problems that can best be solved only on a continental basis. But may I dare to assert, equally on this occasion, Your Excellencies, that we meet here today not as Ghanaians, Guineans, Egyptians, Algerians, Moroccans, Malians, Liberians, Congolese, or Nigerians, but as Africans. Africans united in our resolve to remain here until we have agreed on the basic principles of a new compact of unity among ourselves, which guarantees for us and our future a new arrangement. Fighters for African freedom, I appeal to you in the sacred name of Mother Africa to lead this conference resolved to rededicate yourselves to the task of forming among the political parties in your respective countries a broad united front based upon one common fundamental aim and object, the speedy liberation of your territories. Don't let us also forget that colonialism and imperialism may come to us yet in a different guise, not necessarily from Europe. We must alert ourselves to be able to recognize this when it rears its head and prepare ourselves to fight against it. This mid-20th century is Africa's. This decade is the decade of African independence. Forward then to independence now. Tomorrow, the United States of Africa.